What up, I'm DevanOnDeck, and today we talking about Instagram stories. Welcome back to DevanOnTech, where I give you how-tos and reviews. Now, as you know, I make a lot of these videos based off of what you guys ask me in the DMs and on the comments and on emails. And for a while now, a lot of the questions have been around Instagram stories and how my stuff is so engaging. But first, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And if you watched my channel trailer, then you know I was one of the first employees at Snapchat, like number 300. Before Instagram borrowed it, I was on the original team that built it at Snap. So I'm probably the best person to ask for this. So if that sounds great to you, then you are in the right place. Now, if you've already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that little bell icon so you get a notification every time I post a video. Now, here are tips for a curated experience, okay? I wanna make sure they help you elevate your content, make sure that you are retaining your audience, right? People aren't swiping away from your story. I wanna make sure that people are engaged with your content and you are doing it on what just performs better. Nobody makes Instagram stories for them not to be watched, right? So peep game, get out your notepads, and here we go. Number one, always record vertically, all right? Nobody wants to turn their phone sideways. People will swipe away before they will turn their phone sideways. So shoot vertically always. Number two, invest in a tripod or a stand or a mount of some sort so your shots can be still. Now, this has multiple advantages, let alone being able to rant for a long time without your arm getting tired. You can also do outfit of the days easier, shoot yourself from a distance, time lapses. It comes in handy for so much. You don't have to get an expensive tripod. It can be a little $10, $20 one. Actually, I'll show you one that I got right now. This one, right? I got this from Amazon. I think it's made by Joby, and it's a miniature one. I think it's like 25 bucks or 30 bucks, but you can get them even cheaper than this. And on top, there is a mount for the phone. You can literally screw it on and literally mount your phone in this thing, okay? You can find plenty of these at whatever price point works for you, or use a full big tripod, whatever you wanna do. But just make sure you have something that can hold your phone, and it will elevate your content and elevate the user experience when people are watching. Number three, think outside the app, all right? Since you can upload your content, now you have the freedom to record it with a DSLR camera or a different camera. You're also free to just continuously record and get more comfortable in front of the camera. I think the more you can connect with people, the more people can get to know you for you, then the truer bond you can have with your followers. I think people gravitate towards real people. It's not always that you're not a real person. You may just be trash on camera, or you may be so used to timing what you're saying that you aren't giving yourself enough room and space to just be yourself. So just record, just have the camera going, you know? And if you have a little tripod, it can just be sitting over there and you can just record it, right? So just use like the native iPhone app or your Android app and just use the camera and just record freely. Then later you can cut it, okay? You can cut the video down in 15 seconds. Now, an app that can make that easier, which leads to my fourth point, is this app called Continual. And basically you can take a long video and it will cut it in 15-second splices for you so you can post it on Instagram stories. Now, the way that I do it, I use it on Photoshop and I trim it myself, but then that takes way longer than this app. So if you want to grab that app, I will link it below for you. That will help you kind of just be yourself more on camera. I think the more engaging you are, the more natural you are on camera. Those are the people that get the best views, the best watches, have the best user retention. And I'm just trying to help you elevate your game, baby. Last but not least is a hack that a lot of even my closest friends don't necessarily know. Everybody that I care about, I try to put on game. And I care about y'all, so here we go. I'm gonna tell you how to upload content that is beyond 24 hours, okay? Now what I'm talking about is when you swipe up in the Instagram Stories app, what you'll see is that all the content that you've shot within the last 24 hours, photos, video, whatever, is available. But if it's past that 24-hour mark, then it will not let you touch it at all right? Now, I've seen other folks talk about this topic and say, oh, just set the time on your phone differently and then you can do it, and then go and set the time back. I feel like those are too many steps. The simplest way I do it literally takes me like 3 taps of my finger is to use this app called Metadata Pro by Platinum City. And I'm gonna go ahead and link it below. It's a super easy app. What you can do is just literally reset all the metadata and it will set the creation date to the current day. So that's why you see a lot of my content that I either reuse or it's like really curated. It may be a promo for a YouTube video that I filmed 2 weeks ago. So how would I possibly be able to shoot that? I don't. I just reset the metadata. That's exactly what Instagram is reading to see when you actually shot the content. So you can kind of cheat the system if you reset it using that app. Super easy. And another way this app comes in handy is if you're like in the middle of enjoying a moment and you don't necessarily want to post it because you want to think of your caption, or you care about the content you put up, you just want to save it and post it later, you have the freedom to do that, right? And I've been that person in a party before, or I've seen people do it to where they'll Instagram story the moment, then they're sitting there for 5 minutes trying to decide on the caption and what you wanted to say and your squiggles and your filters. That's a lot of time when you can actually be enjoying that moment. So then when you have some downtime, you can go back and do it, or just wait till the next day or when you get home and do like a recap. If you ever seen anybody post like a recap of the day before or 2 days before or the whole week, creatively, again, it just gives you more freedom to do what you need to do and also balance it out with your lifestyle. You feel me? So yes, there you have it. 7 ways to up your Instagram stories game, okay? Shoot vertically. Get yourself a mount or a tripod or something like that. Think outside of the app. Record more and in different ways, all right? Get creative. Use the Continual app to then cut that down automatically for you, and use Metadata Pro to post content beyond 24 hours. So if you're a regular viewer of DevanOnTech, then you know I like to build on things. So again, this is your foundation, and there will be a part 2 to Instagram stories. This is where you come in, all right? So give me any specific questions that you might have about IG stories, about maybe some of the things that I've done or maybe things that you've seen, and any suggestions on things you think I should teach. So what do you think should be in the next video? What questions do you have for me? And I will make sure to answer them in the next video, or maybe right there on the spot in the comments. Just let me know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give your man a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I mean, come on, let's make that happen. I appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.